This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Shaun, and welcome to today's edition of the Pitstop, the Hump Day edition of the Pitstop, where you, the pit crew, you are the real star of today's show. How you doing? How's it going for you out there? I know it is crazy out there. On Monday, I gave a thank you or my appreciation to, and I'm going to keep this going because the impact is huge. My appreciation, again, every day I turn on the TV and I hear people sending their shouts out to first responders. Awesome. Thank you guys, all you guys who stick it. I extended that to the people who are keeping services going so that my day-to-day life can feel somewhat normal with everything going on. So despite the hardships, still having things like the market, gas stations, power, electricity, all that good stuff still going on. So that's where the other day I was sending my shout out or my heartfelt thank you to that group of people. And I saw a post by a friend of mine on Facebook, and it made me think of one other group. And Dirkquist, Ethan, this is in that same direction. I really want to give another shout out to all the guys who drive trucks, work in warehouses, the USPS, all the delivery services that are still, despite potential danger and risk for them, going to work and doing it. I mean, I've become a closed-in wimp. It's like, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to see anybody. And so I'm doing everything I can to keep myself from getting anything at all. And yet there are people who are out there really doing it. And if it weren't for them, again, if I went to the market and there was nothing there, I mean, sure, it's crazy at the market, granted, but at least there's food at the market. At least I still get my mail. At least my TV is still on. My internet still works. So again, this is from the people who are willing to not be a wimp about it, go to work, take the precautions. So thank you to everybody who is just doing their best to push on and push forward. Sim truck drivers, them too, Finney, absolutely. Yeah, going home paid is certainly nice, but I mean, I'll take normal. That's good, Theodore. That's nice for sure. So, happy hump day. Happy hump day, everybody. It is hump day. I'm sure in my news, I think we have Ricmotech in there, but absolutely, you got to know, this is the third Wednesday of the month. That means Hot Lap Hump Day with Ricmotech. Me, Kevin Ford, Robbie Unser, Frank, Rico from Ricmotech. I don't know what cameras are going to be on down at Ricmotech because they're not opening up the shop to the public. I think their staff is going to be there. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows what we're going to get? Maybe Devin Booth will even be joining us. Maybe he'll stream from his end on Twitch. I don't know. Marco Favra, thank you. All the hearts for me. And the Max emotes. Thank you, Miyamoto. So what is there to talk about news? Before I even get to it, before I bore you, and I'm already starting to cut certain stories because we are about to enter a new phase, so we're going to have to figure out the angle in which we cover esports' new spurt explosion due to Formula One, due to NASCAR, due to Supercar V8, due to just about every real life. Lucky Dog, the racing series that I have, they actually have a sim series on iRacing that I didn't know about, but yesterday I got an email from Lucky Dog as a real life driver telling me, despite us canceling races, let's go ahead and run over here. And they've got the Lucky Dog sim racing esport series, if you want to call it, so that people who know each other from that direction can race together. It's funny you mentioned the world going to hell and me playing with my dinosaurs. My fear of playing, and anybody who's a fan of the show, well, was it just Monday that I bought it live on the show? I bought that Jurassic Park game, and boy, did I take it in the rear on that one. I paid full price at Steam, and today it's 75% off. I could have bought it for $12. Unfair. Anyway, it's worth the money, so I'm not worried. I believe so. It looked like they had a pretty full roster. If you like, I will search for that email real quick. I can do that live on the stream. I've got I've got two hands. Hey, Boosted Media, how you doing? Let's see here. Lucky Dog. Lucky Dog Sim Racing League. Miss Racing, want to practice? Just over 1 year ago, Lucky Dog Racing announced its on-track racing with an eSport division hosted on iRacing, Lucky Dog Sim Racing. Here, I need to move this a little bit. I just noticed I'm showing some sensitive material. Anyway, league information here. So, league equals 3185. I can get a link to it. From down under. Oh, yeah, I'm well over the 2 hours, Cranky. Oh, that's where I was at. So there it is, Lucky Dog Racing. If you look at the league sections, there you go. There you go. Now you know. As I was saying, Jurassic Park the game. I could ride out this storm. That's the type of game. My fear of getting a game like that, because I love, what do you call those genres? Management games. I love those kind of games. Sim Park, Sim Coaster, Sim Zoo, Sim whatever, World, City, Airport. Oh, I didn't show you. Thank you. Thank you. I need to do that shenanigans again. Sorry. So I didn't show any sensitive material. Oh, good for me. I'm so much better than I think. All right, here we go. So here is the Lucky Dog Sim Racing on iRacing. And they start up today, actually. So apply quickly if you'd like to run with the Lucky Dog Sim Race. This is, again, there's the logo. This is the official sanctioned version, and this is their email that I got from them as a Lucky Dog member or racer, whatever you want to say. Boosted. All right. I'm glad you dropped in and said hello. Welcome to the show. Sleep well. Terry, I guarantee you, well, this you could hit play anytime, but I guarantee you they'll play that over and over and over. So you probably don't have to really watch it. I'll tell you what you need to know. Stay indoors, wash your hands, and stay away from other people. There you go. That's my 1, 2, 3. I could ride, yeah, so Railroad Tycoon. Yes, Ola, Railroad Tycoon. And I waited and waited for the next gen version of that, and then, like, the guy, was that a Sid Meier? That was Sid Meier who did the Railroad Tycoon. And I loved it. Thousands of hours, yes. So my fear of getting the Jurassic Park is that I could easily lose days, weeks, months on a game like that if it's good. So I get this one, and I like Jurassic Park. It's a cool concept of a movie or story. So anyway, I could turn that on right now and ride out 14 days, 30 days, no problem. Won't even need that much food. All right. On with the news, as Marco says. As I was saying at the beginning, how do we cover what's going on the esports scenario? And by that, what I mean by that is there was handfuls and handfuls of articles talking about the various different series. Well, we talked about it before, after, during, and now it's ongoing, and that's the big story. The big story is it wasn't a one-time, one-weekend thing. This is now going to become a weekly thing, and you're talking about, like, Fox being in negotiations to air it on primetime. So literally you could turn on your TV, go to Fox, and watch the esports series that they're doing, converting in. You've got these all-star races that are going on, and they're going to repeat over and over and over. Lando, Max, these guys have already built up huge presences online. You're going to see more and more drivers gravitating towards that, trying to be in these events, trying to not only be in these events, but steering people to their particular stream, because let's face it, you still want to work for your sponsors. You still, and this is, bad moments also always open the door to opportunity. One of the things that made Dale Earnhardt Jr. so awesome was his fan base. Building a fan base is the true winning tool to a pro racing career. And one way that you could easily do that right now while people are at home, while people are jonesing, where's my real life racing? No, well, I guess I'll watch this esport as long as I'm still watching my Lando Norris, my Max Verstappen. So this is going to be a repetitive story for a while. And when this is all over, when the dust settles, we'll have to see what happens then. Does this just get pitched to the side? Like that was a nice appetizer? Thank you very much. Let's move on to the entree. Or are we going to get a permanent place at some point? Yeah, these guys are setting the internet on fire with their streams at this point. Anyway, so here it is. NASCAR iRacing introduced eNASCAR iRacing Pro Invitational Series. NASCAR and iRacing announced today the formation of the eNASCAR iRacing Pro Invitational Series, an exhibition esports series featuring many of the sport's most talented and popular drivers. Let's face it, the young gen, right? The simulator-style showcase will include a cross-section of competitors from Cup, Xfinity, Gander Trucks, and a group of NASCAR dignitaries, led the way, of course, by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Multi-week series will kick off Sunday, March 22nd at 1:30 Eastern on the virtual Homestead Miami. The remaining race and broadcast details will be announced at a later date. So they already know it's going to be continued on. Absolutely. Zero Bandwidth says sim racing is unique in this regard, where real drivers are able to jump in to a sim and keep the action going. You're not going to see 20 NFL players streaming Madden on Twitch. And what's so relevant about that is, for the most part, race drivers are young and getting younger every year. In the young group, let's face it, they grew up on video games. The sim racing isn't a stretch. Watching some of the older dogs like a Ryan Newman, is he going to adapt very well? No, he probably isn't, not without an extensive amount of help. But at the same time, other drivers either already do it or have enough experience with it that they're not fearful of diving in. And that's the first step to getting in here. Okay, anyway, that's and we have more on that. It's not over. E-Truck Series Night in America, powered by Filter Time, coming this Thursday. This also being posted by iRacing. Top real-world NASCAR drivers, champion iRacers, and casual race fans will all get together this Thursday night to take part in an E-Truck Series Night in America, powered by Filter Time. Organized by NASCAR Xfinity Series driver Ryan Vargas, the event will feature heat races leading to a 100-lap feature event on a track to be announced and will be run to benefit multiple charities. It will stream on Thursday on the iRacing Twitch channel with production by Podium Esport and Speed 51 providing additional coverage of the event. Okay. You'd watch Tom Brady and Eli Manning replay their Super Bowl on Madden. Oh, hockey guys are playing NHL 20. That's awesome. Here's the thing that's safe to say. There will be a changing of the guard. Your win every race guys on real life will not be winning their races on Sunday now. Yeah, they're younger than Gran Turismo. Absolutely. All right. Drop them thumb bombs. Lionheart IndyCar Series. Harrington scores season opening win at Homestead. So we like to cover Lionheart. We love those guys. And, hey, I thought, who's his face who wins every race? Ooh, look at that. Hey, George Sandman was out there. Anyway, Lionheart is up and running now, and they're even posting it on iRacing. Race preview, Team Redline Pro Fun Cup. Another thing going on right now. Look at some of the names in this one here, by the way, when we get down there. This is Sunday, March 15th. This happened. Oh, this was the one. Yeah. We already knew about this. Sorry. This was the one that Max Verstappen Nikki Thiem was in it. Van Dorn. Remember? We talked about that. Yep. We already talked about that. Yesterday was the NASCAR eSport, the official NASCAR eSport, the big leagues in the NASCAR series. Ryan Lusa put it on victory lane, took it to victory lane. Clampett and Leahy finished in the top 3. So that was at Homestead, and there's the write-up for Ryan at NASCAR. This is the eNASCAR page. White Knuckles, Lionheart's Retro Series opens tomorrow. Yes, that's right. Adam Blocker. Oh, Adam Blocker. Oh, hey, John Hill. John Hill. How you doing, buddy? He's not. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, he's going to be there but missing some. Home says driver's truck, no luck. Track. We're all getting enough money for a direct drive wheel. All right. Anyway, congratulations to Ryan Lusa. Adam Stern posted this on Twitter. NASCAR Tonight is announcing a new iRacing Invitational series with star drivers, an idea born from the coronavirus situation. Did we just get demonetized? Keep hearing that. That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard, by the way. If it's actually happening. I thought that was... Anyway, whatever. I don't care. Fox Sports in talks to air first race Sunday, but no confirmation yet. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, and of course Dale Jr. I think I only had one incident last night, Devin. I think I had one off track. I think we had light contact between me and Chris, but I think it was a 0X. Anyway, I did really well last night. I had a good race. Assetto Corsa, we know that they're doing their big convert. I'm going to call it a convert. The official game of the GT World Championship Series. Did they strike the Blancpain name from the boxes now? Yeah, look, it doesn't say Blancpain anywhere on it anymore, does it? Anyway, now out on Steam. Coming to PS4, Xbox One, June 23rd. And they're just showing off their pre-order pack where you get the Intercontinental GT DLC. Should I buy that for my brother? I'm not going to worry about their rules. Whatever it is, it's absurd. I'm not doing anything with it. So, that's how it's going to be for me. Okay, that's Assetto Corsa. R-Factor, talking about the next version. So, get ready to do it again. The Races All-Star Esport Battle return for a second consecutive week this Saturday night. So, yes, repeat. Hey, Cube Jam, how you doing? So they're going to repeat that one as well, and that is really cool. That's really cool. That's going to be really entertaining. This is great for sim racing, you guys. This is just fantastic. And again, all these stories that I just talked about I could give you 10, 20, 30, 40 variations of that story being posted. Not even just cut and paste regurgitated. This is a big deal. It's actually getting big legs in the world. So great to see sim racing coming to the rescue. It's almost time to relive Colin's career. 6 days till Dirt Rally Colin McRae flat out pack comes. Also, I was looking at their wording, and I'm wondering if these deals aren't coming to an end. So if you haven't yet, maybe it's time. There's still time to play F1 2019 for free on Steam. So you can play it there. Or try out free trials on the PS4 and Xbox One. So if you want to try out F1 2019, there's still time. Don't know how long. Free. You got to try it if you haven't. Codemasters is actually hiring a senior tools programmer based in their Southam headquarters. Yes, go to their big giant headquarters and shake hands and have an interview. Anyway, they are looking for a senior tool programmer. F1 game franchise is on sale. This is at Steam, 70% off. So if you want to try it and you like it, you can actually get it for $17.99 for the anniversary edition included with regular. No VR, no free. NASCAR Heat. Here are the results from tonight's NASCAR Heat preseason qualifying season. Whoop. How am I supposed to read that? I can't read this. There we go. There we go. Scout Bonk, beat out Fluffy, just ahead of Bill Dog and Mike RPM, the first person to have what even resembles a real name. J Mons. That could be a real name. That could be Jeff Mons. It's Jason A, DK Brown, Max Boost 27, Evil Ogre, Parker 817. Okay. What else? That's where the video would have been for their championship race. Fluffy. I think I have the humble choice too, Cranky. So don't buy it yet. Hold on. Give me a minute. Whoops. Forza, they're having a sweepstakes. Folks, we've got a sweepstakes revving up. Follow us and reply to this post with hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win. So if we go there and look, what are they giving away? Forza Horizon social giveaway. How to enter, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Winner prizes. One grand winner will receive a Microsoft Xbox One S Minecraft bundle, 1 terabyte. So it's the Microsoft Xbox One S Minecraft bundle worth $500. That's the grand prize. First prize will get signed copy of Forza Horizon 4 Ultimate Steel case with a t-shirt, a easy gripper, and some Lego copies of the game. It looks like a signed Lego Speed Champion set. Anyway, you can do that. If you're into Forza, you want to win some stuff. Yeah, isn't that kind of funny, Cube Jam? New Mazda official partner and manufacturer affiliation contracts notice. Gran Turismo welcomes Mazda as an official partner of the FIA Certified Gran Turismo Championships. Following this announcement, it is now possible for players to change their manufacturer affiliation contract. Players who have already chosen their affiliated manufacturer for the 2020 series will also be given another chance to contract with their preferred manufacturer. Please refer to, and I think I have that here. Hold on. Introducing the RX Vision GT3 concept from Mazda, now an official partner. So this is the new. Man, it looks like a Mercedes AMG to me. Did Mazda just straight up copy a car? Nah, it's not that exact, but it resembles it a lot, doesn't it? That looks like a cool car, by the way. You think Aston? So 1,250 kilograms, 562 horsepower. Front to weight, 48.52. Do we like it? Oh, look at the exhaust right there coming out. Oh, that's cool. That's hot rod-esque. That's a nice looking car. Aston. Vantage with a skirt. Yeah. Thank you, Devin Booth. Devin, you got my back. So that's kind of a big deal. That could, you gotta. These affiliations in GT Sport are interesting because the manufacturers who a lot of time the opportunities for the winning racers to get things, do things come that way. So, you never know. 20 gallons of oil included. Only when they're cold, right? Sonic, you got a sore throat. That's not good. Stay indoors and don't tell anyone. Don't shake hands. What kind of flickering, Marco? Is it when I change screens or is it just random flicker? Is it me? Zero. The back half says, we love Aston Martin. Wait, let's do this right. The back half says, we love Aston Martin. But the front half says, we really miss the Furzy. Ferrari. Sorry, I was like, wait, Furzy? Ferrari. Oh, the Ferrari. The on fire eye. Okay, moving along. What are Thrustmaster? Oh, show off your racing skills on Race Room and win your T LCM pedals to improve your lap times. This is on Race Room. This is the GTR3. So I guess, is it a winner takes all? There are 2 brand new sets of Thrustmaster LCM pedals up for grabs. The first pedal set from Thrustmaster incorporating load cell, blah, blah, blah. One set of pedals will go to the winner, and another set will go to a randomly drawn player. I like that way of doing it. That's how we do our Simpit patron races. Winner gets the trophy, and a random person gets the t-shirt. Damn kids home from school playing Fortnite. Taking up all your bandwidth, making all that ridiculous noise. Sonic Worm taking a note from Jimmy on where to put a sim rig. Get off my lawn! Ah, look at Cranky with the prediction. Calling it now. TLCM Pros coming in late 2020 or early 21. Toilet tissue trophy. Yes, I saw one of those on our Discord. Help stop the spread of the virus. Stay home and watch the Simpit. Fnatic with their COV2 status. Basically, they're just saying, actually, they had to cut some decent wisdom here. This is from Fnatic. Nature just sent us a little reminder who the real boss is. Yep, I disagree. We realize how vulnerable our system and society is. Stupidity, selfishness, ignorance, and the assistance of the virus. Anyway, they're warning you. Expect delays on products. So certain products are going to be hit by this, and delays on things. And to an extent on the hardware side of things, I think you can expect some of that. Software, I have a lot of friends, a lot of you guys work for companies, developer companies, and a lot of you are working from home or trying to switch to working from home. So I think to an extent on the software side of things will continue to roll forward, not run. And on the hardware, we'll probably see certain slowdowns. Probably the bigger the company, the harder they'll be hit. Smaller companies with just a handful of employees can probably continue on as long as everyone's feeling well and taking precautions and willing to. And again, at the beginning of the show, my big thank you was to the people whoever you are, not just the first responders, not just the people at the market, but the people at the post office, truck drivers, warehouse workers, anybody who's willing to go to work and continue on and you know, be safe and precautious out there. I want to thank you because, again, I'm the first recipient being able to go to the market and having lights on and internet. So thank you to everybody, no matter what you're doing, to help out and reduce the impact of this. Hump Day! Hump Day, Hump Day! Hot Lap Hump Day. Coming up at, what time did we do this thing? 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Worst time in the world for me. 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock my time. That would be 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock East Coast time. Hot Lap Hump Day. Me, Kevin Ford, Robbie Unser, Frank Rico. I'm assuming just the staff of Ricmotech down there in Florida. We will have other people drop into the channel. We saw Lonnie Unser. We've had the Elvis show up. Who knows? Devin could show up. We will have Hot Lap Hump Day going on. Everybody's invited. Don't know what the car, don't know what the track is just yet, but at 3 o'clock we'll find out and see who's fastest. Man versus man versus man. Excuse me. So, yes, yeah, what is that? That's a Mustang, isn't it? Phil's going to be there. Hell yeah, Phil. Devin's going to be there. Hell yeah, Devin. Elvis will probably be there. Yeah, Miyamoto. These cars are probably our clue. That wrong dash for Mustang. What car is this? Come on, car people. Looks like an old wheel with a flat bottom. That's some caramelizing. Is that a Porsche? That's a Porsche gauge cluster. Isn't that the way Porsche does their PT Cruiser? That's not in game. Anyway, that's coming up today at 3 o'clock. Sorry, I got all distracted trying to figure out what it is. I don't think it's a PT Cruiser. Motorsport, talking about NASCAR announcing eSport races for postponed races, the replacement races, we're going to call them. The Solstice? Is that a Solstice? I don't know. I mean, this is the only clue. They always try to give us some clues. At least they did last year. Maybe that's going away. Ford? Is this the Ford GT? Ivan, you want us to go back to the beginning? PT Cruiser around Le Mans? Aston Martin? Hyundai Pony? Whatever it is, that might be. I don't know if that's what it is. That could just be a random photo and they're not trying to tease us. I never know. This is not... That's their racing series they sponsored. This is the Hot Lap Pump Day and the only thing we have. All right. I'll see you there at 3. I thought so too. I thought it looks very Ford. More on the replacement races. So they're talking about it. Supercar CEO open letter to fans talking about the cancellation and how they're moving forward. In addition to that, they are officially to run an eSports series during the suspension. So Supercars has confirmed in the next 3 rounds have been postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic, with plans to use eSport to fill the gap in racing. What drivers are they going to use? In the meantime, the series is encouraging teams and drivers to take part in a sim racing series, while the airing of much-anticipated Erebus documentary will also be used to fill the gap. So they're trying to get their guys to convert over so they can have real name presence as well. Camaro Z28. Camaro Z28? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. We're all guessing. Supercars postpones 3 events, launches their esports series. So again, legs. It's all over the place, you guys. I just know a lot of you guys 3D print. You know all my trophies are 3D printed. I know a lot of you guys 3D print. This is just kind of a cool story updating. Italian hospital saves COVID-19 patients' lives by 3D printing valves for reanimation devices. The supply chain was broken. People in 3D printing rose to the occasion. So, look at this little valve. That's the manufactured valve. That's the 3D printed version that they're using to work. Zombies. Porsche GT4, Dave Blair. Somebody could look at a picture of all the cars we've guessed and see if it matches. SnowRunner, have we played this yet? This was just posted yesterday, so we haven't. I reached out to them. They did get back to me. We are on the list to hopefully get a review copy. And here is a game that I'm really, really excited about.
This is SnowRunner, the next generation off-road experience featuring unparalleled physics simulation and a massive sandbox world. You are an off-road trucker.
Thank you, Dave. We're gonna check that.
Of contracts, explore and discover new locations, and
I gotta
take on
pee.
a multitude
How long
of
is this
challenges.
trailer? 4 minutes. I gotta pee.
Simulated mud, water, and snow.
Le Mans has been postponed till September.
SnowRunner features a best-in-class physics system that accurately simulates natural terrain and water. Mud, snow, and ice all have their own physical behaviors. They each take into account vehicle weight, tire spin, and even the water content of the terrain, meaning there's a new challenge around every corner. Crossing rivers is particularly treacherous, as water currents are accurately simulated and may completely overwhelm your vehicle. Careful accelerator control and mindful use of the steering wheel are essential, though if needed, your trusty winch can help you out of even the trickiest situations. There are 3 regions split across 11 open-world maps to explore, offering the largest maps in the franchise's history. Each region, Alaska, Michigan, and Tamir, offers its own distinct setting, objectives, and challenges. Freely travel these regions and discover new landmarks, missions, contracts, upgrades for your vehicles, and many other rewards in each new zone you explore.
You know, if I was really smart, I'd just have a button that goes full screen, and then it would go full screen, and you wouldn't even know that I took a break. How hard would that be? That's smart.
Rescuing vehicles, building bridges,
mandatory potty stop. All right, there we go. We're good. I beat 4 minutes, Joa. You keep fingers away from me. This game looks awesome. This game looks super awesome. I'm really, really excited. For some reason, this one looks better than... Well, for some reason, they've been working... it looks better than all of the other ones combined to me. Needs dinosaurs. All right, what else to talk about? Oh... So this is an opportunity, I guess, for some of you out there. With almost all motorsports on hold, we may be looking for someone to write about racing esports for the drive. I'm willing to try some new things here and see what works. Got some ideas? Know the right person? Hit us up. Yeah, keep your fingers away from me. So yeah, if you want to write for the Drive and be an esport reporter, don't know what they'll pay you. If you'd like to be an esport reporter for the Simpit, let me know. Always looking for people in any position. I need graphics people. Obviously, I need audio people. I need editing people. I don't know. You want to work for the Simpit, let us know. All right, so Redline, please share. Calling all real race drivers that race in ACC. We have a big event coming up this Friday with limited spots. David Perel, Kevin Lind, Assetto Corsa, devs, along with many talented sim racers, YouTubers, etc. My phone didn't ring, by the way. Kyle Almy with Real Racing Drivers. Assetto Corsa Competizione, sponsored by Redline Motorsports. Joa, let's talk. We need stuff. You can work here. Zwift Insider, the unfolding story of COVID-19 and Zwift. They're kind of like going in the direction I've been talking about. It's like, hey, they didn't even see the opportunity that has been presented for them. So as I talk about how, and again, I'm going to go ahead and, I need a dinosaur keeper too. I need somebody to run my park while I work, because at these moments, I'd like the sim to still be going. So I'll just kind of tell you, oh, put that over there, do that. I'll be back over here working. I'm going to pat myself on the back. The minute this all kind of started going, long before the announcement of their replacement races, I was telling you guys, this is going to be a giant opportunity for sim racing, and we're going to see how they capitalize on it. I mean, and I'm not calling myself a genius, by the way. No, you can work from home, Amir. You don't have to come here. Sorry. Yeah, they're closing the border. No more coming to America. So, Zwift is now seeing what's going on here, and this huge migration of real life drivers, real life bike riders and racers coming in, and more meetup groups. Like you can't go on that group ride like you've always went on. So now you're going to have a new meetup group via the internet, via Zwift, so that they can still race. Well, isn't that what we're doing? Lucky Dog, that Lucky Dog racing series. They're like, hey, you guys can't race it at Willow, this at the end of the month. So come race online. If I wasn't so busy, I would join that series just to get a presence with them and let them. I'm not sure they realize, I didn't realize they had a couple of people who took iRacing seriously, and I've not really run into people, amazingly at Lucky Dog. I've never run into a fellow sim racer that I've not, other than the people I go with. The people I go with are sim racers, but I've not met sim racers at that racing series, which strikes me funny. Anyway, Zwift is seeing a parallel to what we're going through, being the indoor variation of that previous sport. No motorsport of Corona, chance for sim racing sport, Web 24, just talking about what's going on. This is regular news talking about, holy crap, F1 is being replaced by sim racing. NASCAR is being replaced by NASCAR. Squeeze it in. Is that important, Billy? I mean, I actually kind of was thinking, is that important? That race is tonight, and I do Hot Lap Hump Day. I'm a real-life Lucky Dog racer and am already missing Willow. this month. I would love to race with you all here as a hashtag replacement. Okay, I'll apply. I guess it's a good marketing opportunity. All right. Zwift seems like it would take too much effort. Yes, yes. Yes, Thunder, yes. I lost $45. My purchasing is about as good as the stock market. I read them, Devin. I read them. I even respond sometimes. I could ask, Terry. Doesn't hurt to ask. I could leverage it and be like, you better, or I'll tell all 100 people watching the show. All right. Great opportunity for sim racing, right? Speaking of help, getting the pros up to speed. Now, what's funny is Felix Rosenquist, if you guys remember in the Visa Vegas, this guy was like the best of the real life Formula E guys, the only Formula E guy to give the real life sim racing pros a run for their money. And when I say pros, I'm talking the best of the best. Bono Hui, Enzo Benito, Graham Carroll, the list goes on and on and on. I'm leaving out 7 other Patrick Holzman, 7 other incredible drivers. But Rosenquist got 15 messages from sim racing help from the pros. So this going in, he was one of the guys who actually, I think he did pretty well in that race all-star esport battle. But, you know, Rosenquist is an awesome driver. I'm actually a big fan of him because he did so well in that Formula E event that I was just like, oh, I like that guy. And so I've kind of been watching him when he switched from Formula E to IndyCar. That was kind of cool. So anyway, I'm going to be rooting for him in the races all-star esport battle. They'll do it. All right. I'll look for where to send him I'll take $45 back. Hi TFR, you're back. Welcome back. Joni Tormala conquered Nürburgring with the debut of the GT Pro Series win. I don't know how I missed this one somewhere, but yeah, and this is again, look at the names in this one. Jajovsky, Siggy, Wisniewski, Rudy Van Buren, Hanny Alsapti. Rudy Van Buren was in there. Wow. Jonas Ravio, Simonek, Tormala, Verstappen. And then in the Nürburgring, that was the sprint race, the full race. It was a different lineup or different results. Joni Tormala, Nuno Pinto. Look at these names, you guys. All of these are household names if you watch the highest level of sim racing. Nikodem Wisniewski, Dennis Jordan, Peter Burjak. You'd think I could say their names better because I say them all the time. The only problem is I don't always hear them, you know, because I'm not necessarily watching the streams and hearing them. I know them written names because I read them. Because I murder them all the time. So I know that when I say Arne Schoenvlet, that's actually fairly close. I've said a few of these names, like I've done broadcasts with Kevin Siggy, Arne Schoenvlet, Wisniewski. Anyway, biggest names. There's the final standings. We'll take our disclaimer down before name murderer. Someone call the cops. Cranky Pants. Yeah, wasn't I about to pull that out on Monday when it was really slow and I forgot to? Isn't that what... Max? Max? What's up? See... Stuart, yes. Yes, we know. Excuse me while I whip this out. Try to remind me of the wheel. No, the wheel's coming along nice. I am finishing the DIY wind sim, getting that completely laid to rest, finished. Hopefully finish that up today, but today's short on time because of Hot Lap Hump Day. As soon as that's done, we are moving into the building of the wheel. Derek Spear to the rescue. Derek Spear, he's still shipping, by the way. They're still in business. They have this new Micro 32 board, and he's sending me one, and it's going to be the savior of the wheel. No, it's going to make the wheel really simple to do exactly what I want to do with it. So we're going to get to work on the wheel probably over the weekend or come Monday. Come Monday. Never mind. Sorry. I should never do that. I should have to do 10 push-ups anytime I sing. Sunday's most watched Twitch stream belonged to F1's Lando Norris. What can you say? Who would have thought? Yep, there you go. That's all you got to know. I never even heard of Samsung's Play Galaxy Link, but it's ended after only a few months. So I believe this was Samsung's attempt at a game streaming app. So tried and failed. So one down. We'll see how that industry does. And when it comes to the streaming gaming, do not be surprised if this phase of it completely fails and then comes back in 3 years, 5 years, and maybe with a different name just to remove the stigma of its failure days. But this is the future no matter what. Will it work today in the current versions that are out there? I'm not sure. Samsung says no. Only NVIDIA's. All right, what else? Extreme Off-Road Simulation Overpass, available now. And now they have a launch trailer. Oh, I gotta pee again. Can I get it done in minute 14? I'm kidding. I don't have to pee again. That was just a joke. This is the second attempt. You guys can hear it better than I can, by the way. This game was fun for about 30 minutes. Fun and done. We can have a whole category of games that we call fun and done. Another, yeah, you know, a lot of those games are more fun with the controller than they are with a wheel. Speaking of playing with the controller, I caught my brother playing GT Sport on the PlayStation the other day. That is very rare to see my brother playing a sim game again after a decade away from it. I almost think if I built a rig and stuck it in the dining room that my brother might even jump in and drive. My brother's really good, by the way. He'll hold his own in our crowd after a week of warming up. Couldn't get your pedals to work for that. How many fun and done games have you chewed through in your lifetime? I mean, when I was a kid, games were so sacred that you got a game, you knew you were going to play it whether it was good or bad till the bitter end, because there just weren't that many games. But over the course of a lifetime, how many games do you think, not just, now we have different, how many games total? But how many games did you buy that you were just like, yeah, that was cool. Played it for 30 minutes. Got my money's worth, maybe. Too many to count. Speaking of Operation Sports, talking about Asphalt 9 Legends update adds new locations and 14 new supercars. I have a little update trailer. Kind of like when we play the trailers. I don't know when we're going to get in trouble for doing such a thing or if we will, but this kind of reminds me of G4, Attack of the Show. I'd like more of that. I need a writer for this show because I come in and I'm just like, what's next? What's next? I have no clue. A little direction would go a long way, I'm sure. It takes me about an hour to prepare this show as is, and that's without me being able to read through all the stories, just deciding whether they're worthy for the show or not. Dave Blair says he finished every game he ever bought up until about 2005, then he couldn't keep up. I think that's very accurate. All in one, too many to count. Not enough games yet. A few hundred for sure. Rick Hyde. I have games I haven't even played. You know, if I were to pull up my Steam library, there is at least a dozen games that I have purchased that I never... A lot of them for me on Steam, I bought like on the Steam sales. So I'm like, oh, I always thought about that game. I'll buy it. I have a writer. All right, well, then we're going to have to talk about some of that, Devin. Maybe you have to prepare my news. And Joe, you hide all your games on your library so you don't cry. Hundreds you haven't played. You know, a lot of us here, you know, we grew up on gaming. You know, if you grew up on gaming, you know, it's like, I mean, when I was a kid, I think, like, what, baseball cards? I mean, but to an extent, these are things that we just, like, yes, I buy games. I buy games left and right because that's what I do. I'm a game connoisseur. If I were a drunk, I'd be buying wine left and right because I'm a connoisseur. You know, and I am a gaming addict and I buy games and sometimes I need them. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have the time for them. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I like them. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just, because somebody said it was good, I go buy a game that I never would have bought, but I just heard someone say it was good, so what the hell, I'll go buy it. Thousands of games over the course of a lifetime. Hundreds of games that were probably just like, that was cool, and I'm done. And tens of games that I've never played even though I purchased. Yeah, in a humble I love bumbling, humble bundle. Yes. Humble. Hey, speaking of Humble Just Drive Bundle brings racing game bargains to PC gamers. So speaking of deals and how you end up with games that you never play. So for example, if you bought the Just Drive 3-pack for $13, you get NASCAR Heat 4, P-Cars 2 with the Japanese bonus pack, and Assetto Corsa with the 3 Dream packs for $13. Well, someone might go buy that just to get Project Cars 2 and maybe never even play NASCAR Heat 4, right? Or Assetto Corsa and its packs. $8.69, you can get Road Redemption, regular Project Cars with its limited edition upgrade in Dirt 4. Or for $1, you get WRC7, MXGP, and MotoGP. These are all through Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle. Just Drive bundle deal. Just Drive. Yeah, well, I mean, like right now, I just picked up Jurassic Park. I just overpaid. The Build, brought to you by Torque. 5 things to consider when buying a steering wheel. They're not talking sim racing, but is it any different now? So many of you have direct drive wheels or wheel mods that allow you to use a proper 70mm steering wheel, and then you can have any wheel made of anything that you could possibly imagine or want. In fact, choose your weapon is my motto, right? Choose your weapon. Here's an article here telling you why or what to consider when you are purchasing. Because I just had this conversation with Devin and Phil just yesterday, the day before. We were talking about wheels and changing them out. But size, shape, dish is how far the wheel hub is from the wheel. And there are different reasons behind why. So size, and they're telling you why. What do you race normally? In last night's race, I can't remember who, someone was talking about using an H pattern shifter but still had their formula rim, and how odd it felt trying to do that. It's just, that wheel is not made for that kind of movement. That wheel is made for Finny. There you are. Yeah, it's just, this is the movement for a formula wheel, and this is actually really unstable versus give me a 13-inch round wheel and I can do this all day long. Reach down and grab that shifter, no problemo. But at the same time, if I'm in a formula car and I'm trying to get into corners quickly, that's a lot of wheel to move around. So anyway, before you buy a aftermarket wheel, still finish P6, hell yeah. That's how you know you're good. When you can just have that attitude of, you know what? You give me any setup you want to give me. You stick me on a Logitech G29, and I'm still going to top 10 that race. Anyway, if you are considering an aftermarket wheel, before you do, maybe you want to go read this. Oh, that's the upside down version. I like the other. I'm not real these bowl handles. I'm not a big fan. Dish and why. Gap thickness, bolt pattern, other considerations. So there you go. Girth matters. Yes, girth matters completely. So NASCAR with an F1 rim is bad. It's not optimal. All right, Dave, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you. I could play a video and we can all take a break. MotoGP eSport. How do MotoGP eSport athletes train for the 2020 season? The two-time MotoGP eSport champion steps up his physical and mental training ahead of the 2020 season at the Formula Medicine Training Center. So, here, Dave, go pee. 4:29.
Hello guys, we are in Viareggio and today...
So now if you put up a video showing people in public, you have to disclaim that you filmed it before the COVID-19 break. Otherwise, people will be like, what are you doing? Why do you have 20 people in the same room? Yeah, it's a pit stop.
Ciao Lorenzo, welcome in Formula Medicine.
Nice to meet you, thank you.
Happy you are here for your first training day. I think it's time to start immediately, so if you for the free...
I wonder if he had to keep reminding this guy, no, I don't really ride a bike. Oh no, look. You're in a clean room? Well, at least you're safe. The girth of the wheel matters. So when I got the Accuforce wheel, when I got my Accuforce mini wheel, remember they did this type of wheel right here. The girth was very small. I'm accustomed to a much bigger girth, if you know what I mean. So when I wrapped it in the cork tape, that thing was nice and fat like I expect it to be. GT Planet, GT Sports 2020 FIA Certified Online Championship starts this week. And this is the one that I believe they're going to allow everyone to change cars as a result of the Mazda madness, we'll call it. Anyway, that's all kicking off GT Sport. Retro Series prepared to drop the green flag on the 2020 series. So with the long off season behind the Lotus 79 drivers, the Lionheart Series They are now kicking things off. 35 drivers will take the initial green flag on Thursday, March 19th. All right. They used to build motorcycle wheels for motorcycle racing. What happened to that? Who used to? I'm not sure what you mean there about the motorcycle. Fnatic used to have, before Fnatic made wheels, they made a controller for a console that had a pivot mechanism that actually made it really cool for like leading bikes. I can't remember the name of that. A speed controller? Speed something. It was kind of cool. We used to have one. It was kind of cool. That was like 2 gens of sim. Got an email from Pasha Patterson, who wanted me to show off this International Race of Champions 1989 pack for the VRC Chevette 28. So it's a car pack honoring the old... do you guys remember the IROC days? I sure do. I remember the IROC days, and I always loved that form of racing. Hey, that's you, Zero. Zero? You are Pasha Patterson? Is that right? I have to put that on my notes. Hold on. Hold on. I hope I got this right. I hope that's what you were saying, because I just wrote it down. Yeah, I always loved IROC. I loved it in concept. I was a huge fan, and to be honest with you, I owned one of these cars. I had a 83. 83 had slightly narrower nostrils on the hood. I have a giant IROC. I've always loved. So here's the old school days of the real life IROC. But it was that concept where you take guys from IndyCar, from Sprint Car, from IMSA, NASCAR. You put them all together in equal cars and run them on a variety. Yeah, the original IROC was the Porsche RSR, and that was superior, absolutely. But come on, John, you owned an IROC too, didn't you? You had to have owned an IROC. Every white male in the 80s owned an IROC, didn't they? I mean, that sounds bad, but am I wrong? Anyway, this is the car pack for Assetto Corsa, and a really nice job there by one of our very own. Terry Labonte, yeah, I look names on the car. Richard Petty, the king. Scott Pruitt, Earnhardt Sr. in a white car. That's funny. I mean, but they randomly drew your cars, right? I mean, you didn't even know what car you were going to be in. Actually, I think the colors, I can't remember in the end. IROC and mullets, you know it. IROC Z, yeah. Yeah, everybody I knew has owned an IROC. Everybody. Everybody, all my friends owned IROCs. So, anyway, really cool mod, and you can, where is that available? Hold on, I didn't even tell you where you could get it. Race Department, yeah, we're over at Race Department. So, check that out. If you're looking for a cool mod, that'd be fun to run a series in those, wouldn't it? If we were going to run an Assetto Corsa series. We're working on getting some servers to expand it to, Assetto or R-Factor and things. I think it'd be really fun to run an IROC series. Everyone's name on the side. Oh, we're getting to the end of the show. Ace of Deuce, are you here? Last night was just another epic battle. I gotta tell you, I have had some of the best racing of my life against the likes of Anthony Morano and Christopher Bailey, Mark Michkowski, Roger Clark, Randall McGrew. I go all the way down this list, but this Mustang series, this Tuesday night Mustang series, which concluded last night, and I wish I'd run more races in the season, was just amazing. I mean, every stream, it seems like I'm sitting there on the bumper of somebody or with somebody on my bumper for the entire race. Not just a lap, not just a corner, for the entire race. Murano, once again, doing a great job of conservation, protection, and just making a couple less mistakes than everybody else. Went on to win the race. Great job. Christopher Bailey, who is the fastest in the room, just a few moments, an incident with another car, and just a couple of over throttle moments. Could have won the race, but finished in second. I finished in third. It was an incredible race. We streamed it live on Twitch if you want to watch the replay. We had 4 different streamers. Devin, who else was streaming? I know you were streaming. 4 different people were streaming the race from their perspectives, and it was just one of the best ever. And after a long fought season, I wish I had a better graphic. I didn't. But Roger Clark wins after an entire season of racing, 321 points. 21 points better than Devin Booth finishing in second, and Randall McGrew finishing in third. I found myself in 9th place after a handful of events, so not bad by me. Did very well. David Clymer finishing in 8th place. Terry Crouch finishing in 4th. Brandon Carl 5th. Sam Hinchke 6th. Jason Gata in 7th. Jason was really fast. Jason was one of those guys who was always fast. A couple rough breaks down the stretch. I think he would have done better. And Dave Blair finishing in 10th place. Devin Booth, thank you for hosting that. It was one of the most fun series I've ever run in. And that series where I learned the iRacing 10x penalty that we're going to carry over into the Simpit GT1 series. So thank you for that as well. And thank you for joining the team, Devin Booth, an official cast member here at Simpit. DIY rigs. You know it's at the end of the show. We get down to rigs. We know we're getting to the end. So this one here by Dammit Grim. One of my favorite parts of doing the rigs is the posting names of people on Reddit, by the way. Devin says that Clymer came in late and did very well as well. It was open to all. John Hill. Anyway, DIY. Here's a DIY rig build. And looks like I call these the dune buggy seats. These are seats. I think you can still get those. I don't know. How much do they charge for these dune buggy seats at Summit? Probably like $50 is my guess. Do I have to look it up? I'll show you what kind of seat this is. Summit plastic seat. $35 you can get these. A Poly Performance seat. This is the cheapest way to build a seat, by the way. You could always put padding in and upholster it. Way back when, I do remember we got a rig that had Ethan, I'll look for that. I kind of remember it, but I don't know if I have it handy. I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, $35, Frito. Thank you. Summit Racing Poly Performance seat. Anyway, $36. I can't think of an actual way to get a seat that hasn't like been pulled out of a broken car or, has somebody else's, anything on it. This is about the least expensive way to build a sim rig. Not the best seat, not the most comfortable, but I'm pretty sure that's what he has. And for a DIY rig, that's awesome because 2x4s and that seat, this guy's $50 for a rig. Put your Logitech on it, and you are winning races. Nice job. Good job. This one posted by BBode0. BBode0. Corner desktop converted rig. He's got a GTR chassis slid under his desktop, which always works nice. I hope you run in VR. Otherwise, get a bigger monitor. That's a nice computer. You can afford a bigger monitor, I would think. First sim. Got this for a steal off Facebook Marketplace. Safe to say he'll be occupied while quarantined. Hell yeah. That's the best way to kill time. All right, I'm not going to fault you for the monitor then. If you got that set up and just pulled it up, you're up and running. Get VR. That would be a quick solution to that one. All right, Neo Knight. We'll see if I can pull those up without stumbling too much. We'll try to do this on the fly. And then finally, while you guys are looking at this one, I will look for our other emails. This one here is posted by Super Nintendo 22. And his playseat rig. Oh, look at the wall art. Oh, we all know and love that wall art, don't we? All right. Now, before I get to, we're going to come back to the news. I want to post this. Eddie Capizzorio he posted this on Reddit. And we talked about this photo. And then I got an email from Eddie saying, hey, that's my dad. And I'm like, no way. Anyway, this is Eddie Capizzorio. Sorry, Eddie, about murdering your last name. His dad here is turning 77 in a couple weeks. He's never been a gamer, doesn't play games. He did, however, ride motorcycles around a racetrack for many years, and he loves speed, loves being on the track. He's a 6th Dan karate instructor, and as a result of this, his knees and back had taken a beating, but his personality and heart is very young. Unfortunately, couldn't live the same as he once did. So against his wishes, he was adamant he wouldn't enjoy it, and he built him a PC and a rig. He had a Rift CV1 that he used, and next level seat mover, and now he says his dad loves it more than he even did. He spends 3 hours a day playing AC and Project Cars, goes around telling people his age they must get into sim racing, and never fails to get a strange look of bewilderment from them. Anyway, I love this. Eddie, thank you for sending that picture in. Not showing on Twitch? Oh! Okay, Twitch, we can fix that. Sorry, Twitch, we're going to go over here and do it this way. Thank you for that. This is Eddie's dad. We did cover this. Thank you for that, by the way. We did cover this on the show like last week. I think we mentioned this story. Anyway, I just love the background on that story. It kind of touched my heart, I have to admit. So, very, very cool. And let's see. Raymond sent in some pictures. And let's see what Raymond's got. Let's see here. Can I bring this over safely? All right, here's Raymond's rig. Nice looking setup. Look at that handbrake right there. Inverted pedals. Neon lighting. Stream deck. Display. Speaking of wheel dish. You do a lot of drifting? Oh, he's got the Formula rim in the seat. Nice looking setup. Neonite, we're going to check that in a second. I see I just got it. Awesome looking setup there. I think everybody's jealous of that. And then let's see here. Let's pull this away. I want to be careful with sensitive information, so give me a moment. Raymond, that's a P1 chassis. Quad monitor mount. Fanatic DD2 wheelbase. Runs the Oculus. Very cool. Let's see, we got Neonite. Here we go. Here's Neonite's rig. Bring this one over for you. Oh, you got a play seat challenge. Look at that. Holy crap. Neonite is doing a podium base on a play seat challenge. So how does it work? You got to tell us. You got to tell us. How does that work, Neonite? Oh my God. That's crazy. The cross bracing. So this is the... Oh, look. Yeah, it's tied right there. That looks like an add-on piece. This is the only part that is original play seat challenge, is this arc that goes around there. This bar is new. This bar is new. I see another one over on the other side. It has a sister. That is badass. What kind of dog is that? Got the butt kicker on there. What kind of dog you got? Nice job. Anybody wants to show their rig off, send it to me. And I apologize. That first rig, Raymond's, I was supposed to give Raymond Miyamoto better than that. I was supposed to have his pictures up while I told the story. Kind of screwed that up. Sorry about that, Ray. Anyway, and then did someone say Discord, or we just got an email form? We have a rig on Discord. Post your rig. I haven't been here in a while. I need to go here. I don't see it. Or is that the one we got on the email? There you go, Miyamoto. All right. And then that takes us to the last story of the day, which is the Simpit Road Racing Series. So we are going to be kicking off our new season in the GT1 cars, the Aston Martin versus the Corvette. And if you just look up Simpit Road Racing Series, I have the wrong graphic here, but you can see the calendar is up and running right there. Sunday, the 29th, is going to be our first race. Your rig is too messy to show. But yes, our race season is the GT1 Championship, starting at Road America on the 29th, and then we're going to be running 10 races. Everybody can drop one race per season. We are going to run the 10X rule, and they're going to be 45-minute timed races. Race room will open at 10 a.m. Sunday morning for practice. Qualifying at 11, race at 11:10. That's going on the 29th. We kick things off. Anyone and everyone is welcome to be in the chat with me on the stream. You would need to be part of our patron group, but the series is open to anyone and everyone. And let's go ahead and do a little cleanup work. We have a big roster carrying over from last season in this case. No new applications, but if you send one in, you're in. We run Sundays, 10 a.m., starting on the 29th for 10... Lucky dog. Oh, yeah, I'm waiting on theirs. Okay, so that is going to do it for today's show. So please join us. Just send in an application, and we'll get you accepted, and you can come out. We will be running a practice. I'll get a practice race set up for the weekend before. Let me look at the calendar real quick. I think we have one more week off. Nope. This Sunday, I will make a practice room. We will run, I think they're at the Glen. That's the other thing to point out. We are actually running the same series as the Fanatic GT Challenge. So the Fanatic GT Challenge is one of the, I believe it's a C-Class series. And it also includes the Ford GT. But we're doing the Chevrolet Corvette versus the Aston Martin. They're at Watkins Glen this week. We are mirroring their schedule so that you guys can use those practice rooms. So on Monday, before our race on Sunday, they're going to switch all their practice rooms to Road America and their race rooms. And then we're following their schedule to the very end. Miyamoto with the donation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Super chat. Yeah, there's a rules. I believe I posted it on the thing. We'll go over some of that before the series. But we will run a practice race at Watkins Glen this Sunday. I might not be able to be there. I might be working on Sunday, now that I think about it. But I will set it up for you guys. 10 a.m. practice, 11 qualifying. It'll have the 10X rules and all of that. And under the series, I believe I've posted the new rules for everybody to know. And I'll send that out one more time to everybody before the season starts. So please join us. It's going to be fun. I'll be streaming all of those races. And a lot more racing coming here from the Simpit as well. I'm going to get off the air. I got to go. I got to get back to editing. I'm trying to finish the Win Sim. Not only to finish it so you guys can see the easy version of the DIY piece, But I want to get to the giveaway video as well. We're going to be giving away 2 separate win sims, identical to the one that I have. One for the general public, anyone can win it, and one that's going to go to one of our patron members as well. So trying to wrap that up so we can do all those cool giveaways and spread the word. Be sure to thumbs up if you like what we're doing, thumbs down if you don't, but send me an email and tell me how we can do it better. Be sure to tell a friend, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to check us out at Twitch, Simpit Live on Twitch. Hey, Twitch, how you guys doing? And most of all, get out there, do some sim racing. We'll be back on the air at 3 o'clock on YouTube with Hot Lap Pump Day with Ricmotech. Don't know the car, don't know the track, but we're going to have a lot of fun. Tune in for that later. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.